Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Om Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrita Varshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvamanusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopanishadaihi Gayantiyam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yoginaha Yasyantam Navidusura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha. So, we have been seeing that Bhagavan is singing the glory of his devotion. Yesterday we saw that Bhagavan made a statement that those who come with desires, there is nothing wrong with that, to have desires and to approach and to pray Ishvara for that, there is nothing wrong. But exalted bhaktas are those who approach Ishvara nishkamataya. Nishkamataya means without any desires. The only desire that is left in them, in fact there is no desire. Only thing that is left is the understanding of oneness, their oneness with Ishvara, and the love and the devotion which they were entertaining so far now remains. That just doesn't go away. So they are supposed to be, in Ishvara's words, they are the most exalted bhaktas. That doesn't mean in any way that you should not be having desires. See, here no compulsion works. I cannot order myself that there should be no desire. If there is desire, fine. And if there is the recognition of the fact that Ishvara is limitless, he is omniscient, he is omnipotent, plus, above all, he is compassionate. So, if I have difficulties in fulfilling my desires, if I am in problem, there are many afflictions in my life which I cannot solve on my own, then there is nothing wrong in approaching Ishvara. But he said that a time comes that the bond is established. A relationship with Ishvara is firmly established. And now what is important for this devotee is that I want to know Ishvara. And even if he knows the oneness that exists between them, but still the love remains. Because Ishvara is something that he sees in the creation. According to him, for him, Isha Vasyam Idam Sarvam. This universe is nothing but pervaded by Ishvara. So, this Bhakta also, this man of knowledge too, he is there in the world. And then whatever he sees is nothing but carrying a stamp of Ishvara. In each and every situation, in each and everything, he sees the glory of Ishvara. So he continues to have this devotion for him. Not there also, no will is there. Automatically, that love now prevails. And then he said, Bhagavan said, that to please me is very easy. When you approach Bhagavan with many multiple and manifold desires, then it is quite possible that your love, your affection is more for what you desire than the one to whom you are approaching to fulfill that desire. So, those who have many desires, kamanas, there is nothing wrong. Again, I emphasize. So there should not be a guilt feeling in us if there is desire. Nothing wrong. We are like his children. He is our parent. So, if we want, if we like something, if we have certain desires, nothing wrong in approaching the parent, because that is where we still are. And he is all kind and to understand all that. But in the process, when many desires are fulfilled, then Bhagavan says that automatically now a bond is there between the devotee and Ishvara. And now there is a turnabout in the devotee. He has had enough of everything. Now what he wants, who are you? What is the truth? That is what he wants to know. Now the desires for external things, desires for limited things, desire for external things are now replaced by an exalted desire. What? That what is the truth of this creation? What is my truth? What is the fundamental reality? Who are you who have always been with me in an unseen way? You have always been guiding me, supporting me. You have been always there with me. Who are you? Please let me know you. So this kind of desire has now replaced. And Bhagavan says that to please me is not a big thing. It's not that difficult. Whenever the love is there, devotion is there, automatically it gets expressed in some way. When love is there, feeling is there, that bond is there, then it gets expressed in some way, either by your words, by your big or small act, even in your eyes, even in your demeanor. This is very evident. You will like to please, you will like to do something for your loved ones. Is it right or not? Even here, for human beings too. When we love someone, when we are committed to someone, and beautiful relationship when it is there, then automatically something is done. Not that you are compelled to do. You do it out of love. You do it out of love for your parents, for your spouse, for your siblings, for your nation, and things like for your friends, for your country, things like that. So Bhagavan says that when this kind of love is present, then whatever little they do, they may offer me a leaf, they may offer me water, they may offer me patram, pushpam, phalam, small fruit. But when it is given with love, I partake of that. I partake of that. I do not partake of the thing, but I partake of the way, or partake the love which is prevalent, which is there in that offering, and I grace them. So that love brings grace. Understand, what brings grace is nothing but love. So, having said this, now Bhagavan says, let us now move further to verse number 29. So now this creates a question in some people's minds, Purva Paksha, that Bhagavan, do you mean to say that you are partial to those who love you, and those who do not approach you, are you, let us say, you have no grace for them? Those who love you, for them you are all there. And for those who are indifferent to you, who do not recognize you out of their ego, or they just want to neglect you, then this is partiality. That you are kind and compassionate towards those who love you, and you are indifferent, and even what you will be neglecting those who do not love you. Is it like that? In that case, you are partial. In that, this is what we see in the world. But are you also like that? In the world, this may be seen, that we may be very kind, we may be very good, we may be very accommodative towards those who are good to us, those who favor us. And for those women who are not, who do not do this, we also tit for tat in some ways. So then, Ishwara, you are also like any Tom, Dick and Harry. You are also like them. Then Bhagavan, as it were, replying to this doubt, says, now see, come on, let us read the verse. Samoham sarva bhuteshu na me tveshyosti na priyah ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham. Now see, Bhagavan says, Samoham aham samaha sarva bhuteshu. I am same. I equally abide in everyone. I equally abide, I'm equally present in everyone. Not only human beings, but all the other non-human beings and immobile things, movable things, inert things, everywhere. In this entire cosmos, in this entire creation, I'm equally present. Samoham sarva bhuteshu. Then he further says, Name dveshyaha asti, name priyaha. There is no one towards whom I am, I do not hate anyone, nor do I name priyaha. There is no one who is my favorite, and there are others whom I dislike. So there is no hatred in me. At the same time, I have no attachment even towards those who are given to me. So this kind of like and dislike, favoritism, just doesn't exist in me. I equally abide everywhere. But still, then he says, Ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya. Tu means however. However, yes, I will have to say this. What? That those who bhajanti mam bhaktya, those who worship me with devotion, they definitely feel close to me. And I also, they are close to me not out of my favoritism for them, but they definitely feel that they are close to me, and they are able to feel that love coming from Ishwara. Because of their closeness, it is their initiative that they have gone closer to Ishwara. And that is why they feel that we are receiving His grace. Not that Ishvara is gracing them and not others. I am same. It is like gold saying that I equally abide in all the ornaments, whether it is chain, bangle, bracelet, anklet, earring, whatever. In each and every ornament, I am equally present. Who is present? Gold. Gold is equally present. So there is no partiality over there. But then now I will give you another example. Here Bhashyakara, Sri Shankaracharya Ji Maharaj gives a brilliant example. Then why do some feel that we are receiving the grace of Ishvara and others do not feel that? On the contrary, they become more bitter also. Experiences of life sometimes make people very bitter. They become cynics. And rather than understanding what has gone wrong, they blame Ishvara. They fail to recognize him. Even though whatever they are, their energies, and each their existence also is thanks to him. But they are too proud, too egoistic to accept this. So the example that is given here is, then why do people feel that we are close to Ishvara? Lord Krishna, Bhashyakara says, there's just as there is fire. And in winter, in our drawing rooms also we keep that fire in the furnace over there. Then those who are sitting close to that, the temperature is very down. It is extremely bitingly cold. And those who are sitting closer to that fire, they experience the warmth. And those who are away from that, quite away, they may not experience that. Is it right or not? Because of your proximity, it is your initiative to sit close to that. And as a result, consequently, you feel the warmth. Not that fire is giving more warmth to you. No, it is not that fire has decided to give you more warmth and less to the other one. But their being away from the fire, automatically they do not experience the same warmth which is experienced by this person. Whose fault is it? That you are away. That is why, and it is up to you whether to go close or not. But it is your decision, free will. See, here comes free will. Free will is given to human beings. Free will means kartum shakyam, akartum shakyam, anyatha va kartum shakyam, which means we have the free will to decide whether to do, not to do a thing, not to do a thing, or do it otherwise. This freedom is given. But it is now up to me whether to exercise that freedom in whichever way. It is up to me. If I decide to keep away, then I will be deprived of that warmth. But if I take the initiative and I have no problems whatsoever to go close, that is, I do not look upon it as demeaning. I am humble enough to go close, and then as a result, I experience the warmth, which the other person doesn't, because it is his or her decision what to keep away. And that is why they do not experience the warmth. It is not the fault or partiality as far as the fire is concerned, right? I can give you another example. When it is raining, and we hold an umbrella. We hold the umbrella and then we complain that I don't experience the rain coming on me. But you are holding the umbrella and that is keeping you away from it. If I choose to fold it up, then I'll be experiencing the rain. Similarly, Mahatmas give, these are all the examples given by the Mahatmas. There is one more example. Sunlight is everywhere. But to experience that, I have drawn all the curtains. My windows are also closed. But if I want to experience the warmth, I want the sunlight to come in my room, then I have to pull the curtains, open the windows, then I will experience it. But if I choose not to do that, and then complain that sunlight is partial, it is more available there and not to my home, not to my house. So there is something to be done by us. Free will is given. So Swamiji says, that to be able to pray, that to be able to understand and do something from our part requires lot of exercising of the free will. In a very, let us say, in a very distressful situation, when I am in distress, all the other doors are closed, it is up to me to pray or not to pray. If I pray, it will be the use of my free will. I had the option not to pray. I had the option not to call out Ishwara. But if I choose to pray, oh Ishwara, please do something. Like Draupadi, she first approached her husbands, looked at everyone in the court. Nobody came. Nobody could do anything. She could have kept quiet. But then at that time, it occurred to her that only Madhava will help me. And she called out to him. Even Gajendra, these are the stories, Gajendra is an elephant. But in his past life, we read in the Puranas that he was a great devotee. But because of some papa karma, he had become an elephant. Now when he is in the river and the crocodile is pulling him inside, he tried his best, because otherwise he is mighty. He tried his best to pull himself out, but somehow in the water, he was not that powerful. And crocodile kept on pulling him in and in and in. And time came when up to this much, he was drowning in the water. Then he plucked a lotus. It is said, the story goes, that he plucked a lotus with his trunk and offered it to Ishwara. Ishwara means he's offering it mentally to him. And then it is said that Lord came with Sudarshana. These are the stories, but they exemplify something. What? That he could have prayed or given in. He could have given in to the situation, because nothing is available for me. Not exercising the free will. So to be able to exercise your free will and approach Ishvara, call out to him, then he is there for you. We have to experience this in life. We have to use our free will that way. And though others who cannot do that, maybe because they don't know what Ishvara is. And why should I? Sometimes that pride is there. Why should I? If he wants to help, he will help. You need the help. Why don't you approach? But sometimes that pride is there. Why should I? Or simply, they have absolutely no understanding about this principle called Ishvara. See, when can you pray? When can you approach? When there is recognition of these two things. First, that I am limited. No matter how much intelligence I have, how much capacities I have, how much influence I have, and yet there are times when I find myself totally vulnerable, totally limited. This is not enough for praying. Along with this, when there is also the recognition that Ishvara is not limited. He is limitless. He is all powerful. And there is nothing impossible for him. When this is a big way, if you have this understanding, you are very mature. This understanding is required to be able to tap the grace, to be able to receive the grace. To tap the grace, it is available. Just as tap, if you open the tap, the water is going to come. But for that, what is required? What is required? To opening at least is required. Open the tap. Then the water is available for you. But I don't want to do that much also. So some initiative, some hard work, some purushartha. So understand, bhakti is purushartha. Prayers are purushartha. Purushartham, it is hard work on my side, from my side also. We have to do something. At least recognize Ishwara. When that is done, His grace showers. He showers His grace. Not that He is averse to others. Please note this. He is not averse to anyone. We read in Ramayana that He so many times said that if even now Ravana respectfully sends back Sita to me, I'll forgive him. So many times. But Ravana was too adamant. Too adamant. He was just not ready. He said, what can he do? Mandodari told him so many times that why don't you will be destroying our entire family by holding on to this. You don't know who you are up to. But still, he was too proud. He said, no. What can he do to me? It is his power and his strength, all of them has gone right here. He is intoxicated by that. And when that happens, humility is far away. Far, far away. So, what I'm trying to say is, Bhagavan is open to all. This entire creation is His. There is no question of partiality at all. But we have to understand, that is why in Bhagavad Gita, as I told you on the first day, beginning from chapter 7 to 12, the 6 chapters are given to Tatpada. Tatpada means unfolding Ishwara, showing, educating us about what Ishwara is. So chapter 7 to 12 talks about that. Here the idea of Ishwara is quite encompassing. It doesn't leave out anything, provided we are open to that. So Bhagavan says, I'm same. I'm equally available to all. But those who choose to come closer to me, naturally they will experience that. And those who do not will be deprived of that. But I am not to be, this allegation that you are partial doesn't apply to me. Then further, Bhagavan says that now he sings, as I said, the glory of Ishwara, not glory of Ishwara, glory of his devotion. He says that more powerful than me is my devotion towards me. I am same. Understand this. He says, I am equally available. I who is equally available, but my devotion towards me seems to create this difference. Devotion towards me, in sum, makes this, it creates this appearance that as it were he is partial. he is not. He says, my devotion towards me is so great, it changes everything. Once if it enters, once if you are consumed by that, then it can change everything. What is that? He says in next verse. Come on. Verse number 30. Api chet suduracharah bhajate mam ananyabhak sadureva samantavyah samyak vyavasito hi sah. See, what he says is that even if my devotion is such a catalyst that it can just bring about a total change. What kind of change or transformation? He says, Api chet suduracharah. Even if there is a sudurachari. Sudurachari means the champion among all the criminals. Among all the criminals also, he's supposing this person is the champion. Means he is the worst. He has committed all kinds of crimes. Even if the case is such incorrigible case, supposing. Even then, if bhajate mam ananyabhak, if there is some change, if there is some change in his thinking, somehow that change has come. Somehow means either he heard about something, listened to some Mahatma, and that change has come about in his mind. And he is now retracing his steps. He now makes a firm resolve that now onwards, I am going to change my life once and for all. I have decided to change. If that resolve is there, if that determination is there, then Bhagavan says, consider this person to be sadhu. He has not become sadhu. Sadhu means a good man. Sadhu doesn't mean wearing orange robes or any such thing. Sadhu means a pure-hearted, noble-hearted, good man, gentleman. Bhagavan says, look at his statement, that even if such a criminal is there, who has committed all kinds of crimes, but supposing his thinking now changes, then, and if he decides, samyak vyavasito hisa, if he decides that now onwards I am going to change, I will bring about change in myself. And if that determination is there, then Bhagavan says, take him to be a changed person. So much so that look upon him as a sadhu. He has not become, but he will become. Because ultimately, you are what your mind is. As the mind, so the man. Bhagavan says in 17th chapter, Yo yat shraddha sa eva saha, which means at any moment, why at some time that you make it? No, at any time, you are nothing but what your mind is. If my thinking is not clear, if it is distorted, that will guide me. That will be guiding me in my life and the decisions that I make. But if that changes, then everything will change. So now this person, somehow, either he met someone who was powerful enough to educate him, to show him his misgivings, to show him what all wrong things he has done in life, and he will have to pay for that. It will be the cause of his total downfall. if somebody can do that, show the right way, and if sanity dawns on him, if sanity dawns on this person, which means if he is open to understand all this, then he is a changed person. Better late than never. Now he has woken up. And here, in what context is Lord Krishna saying this? That even if now, if he takes cognizance of me, that is Ishwara, and brings me in his life, decides to bring me, decides to change, that determination is so powerful. It carries so much of weight that he will change. And this is what we see. In Ramayana, the author of Ramayana, who is he? Valmiki. We know this. Who was he? Who was Valmiki? He was a robber, a burglar. Right and left, he used to rob people and kill them also. So insecure. And always, these criminals are insecure. They are insecure. And that is why they resort to all this. There is insecurity behind that. And to come back to the story. Not story, but it really happened. That this Valmiki was a robber. And he used to just kill people left and right. Nothing will happen. He had become so hardened criminal that nothing will happen. No conscience, nothing. But then, one day, he came across Narada, sage Narada. And then he says he had nothing with him except his veena. Except other than that, Narada had the clothes that he had worn and one veena was there. That's all he had. But even that much this fellow wanted to rob. And he said, I'll kill you and give me whatever you have. Narada said, you please take it. But then wait a moment. Tell me, who are you doing all this for? You know what are you doing? You will have to pay for all these crimes. He said, I don't mind. My family is with me. We are all partners in this. He said, you better go and ask your wife and children. You are doing it for them. And are they along with you in this? He said, yes, of course. He said, you go and ask. But you don't go away. That time he was called Valya, not even Valmiki. Valya, he said to Narada, you don't run away. But he was not sure whether Narada will stay or not. So he tied him with the tree. He tied Narada with a tree and then went to ask his wife, are you with me or not? With whatever happens. Which means we will share it half-half. His wife said, nothing doing, forget it. Why? Because it is your duty to provide for us. How you do it doesn't matter to us. We couldn't care less about it. You will have to pay for it. It is your duty to give us and we take it. It doesn't bother to us as to how you are bringing it, from where you are bringing it. And this opened his eyes. This opened his eyes. And he understood. He understood that I am to suffer for what I am doing. Others are not ready to take any responsibility for that. He came back. But now when he comes back, he's a changed person. He comes back with all the Shraddha for Narada. And he says, please forgive me, I tied you, but you have opened my eyes. Now please tell me something by which I can expiate all the wrong things that I have done. I want to come out of this. I have committed countless crimes. How do I come out of this? I want to do something. Narada said, these sages, they are very powerful. he could see through the eyes, from the tone of the Valya, he could see that yes, he's sincere now. And he said, now only one thing will save you. And what is that? He gave him Ramanama. You keep on doing this japa, Ram, 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 Ram. And that will wash away if done sincerely, not just speaking for the sake of it. No, sincerely, from the bottom of your heart. Every time pleading before Ishvara, as it were, please help me. With wrong understanding, I did this and I repent for it. Please help me. With each Rama Nama, this should go. And Narada said, then you will change. He will forgive you. Narada went away. And now he sat down there itself. And he started taking Ramanama. Now he is so raw that he could not even utter the word. The easiest word is Rama. Of all the names, the easiest word is Rama. He could not even utter this word Rama. So what is he doing? Mara. Mara. He is uttering it Rama, but Mara. That is how he is uttering. But his intent, intention was clear and sincere. And he sat down over there. And what happened? He's speaking Mara Mara. And then with years passed and an anthill developed around him. You know what is anthill? That developed, that grew around him. And he sunk much into that. And then after some years, again Narada is passing by. And he heard this Mara, 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 this noise coming, this words being uttered. And when they opened, they saw that there is this person over here. But now he's a different person. So much so that the entire Ramayana occurred to him. Entire Ramayana occurred before him. He had not seen Rama. He had not seen anything. But it occurred and he wrote, which means there was complete change. Otherwise, these samskaras were so powerful of crime. Is it easy to change, transform oneself? The most difficult thing is to bring about a change in ourselves. Most difficult. People say, I want to change. We all talk among ourselves, please change. No, but I won't be. No, we can't. It's difficult. Only a strong resolve, plus I would say Ishvara's grace makes it possible. Not otherwise. And that happened. So Tulsidas ji says, Valmiki himself and Tulsidas ji writes, that more powerful than Rama is Rama's name. Rama comes later. Who comes first? Rama Nama comes first. And it's the Rama Nama which brings Rama. And which really happened. He kept on saying Mara, Mara, Mara. Bhagavan understood that he is calling me. He didn't say, who is this Mara? I don't know. See, he's sitting right here. He comes to know. And Valmiki totally changed. So what I'm saying is, what is exactly Bhagavan says, apiche sudurachara. If such a champion of criminals, if also worships me, then he will be a changed person. And consider him to be a sadhu. Right from that resolve. So, this is the importance given to our resolve, our thinking. If we are very clear in it, and if we repent, and if we decide that now onwards I'm going to change, not go back to my old ways of thinking, old ways of behaving, old ways of concluding. No, I will change No, understand, nobody can help you change. You have to help yourself. Others can just guide. But the call has to be taken by ourselves. Narada said this and went away. He didn't come back again, whether you are changed or not. He just went. But Valmiki took the call and he was sincere enough. But what brought about the change, Bhagavan could see. And then with each name, with each name, all the chakras are changing. Your subtle formation of the samskaras is changing. Nama is not ordinary thing. It is Bhagavan's name. Don't take it to be simple. It's not an ordinary thing. Rama Nama is so powerful that it changes everything. His mind was changed. Everything changed. Each cell of the body underwent a change. And he's a transformed person. So Bhagavan is singing the glory of not himself. Singing the glory of whom? Of his devotion. His devotion. Devotion to me. Sincerity towards me. Means Ishvara. See, recognition of Ishvara is not ordinary. Even though he is my own self, Ishvara is not away from me. But we are away from him because of ignorance. He is my true self. I will respect that, provided I know what it is. And the ultimate grace will be that Ishvara sees to it that we know the identity between Jiva and Ishvara. So Raman Maharshi, have you heard about him? He's a great sage of Tiruvannamalai. He says, Bheda Bhavanat Sohamityaso Bhavanabhida Pavanimata, which means he says that rather than entertaining the notion that I am different from Ishvara, if one begins with the Abheda Bhavana, that we are one, even though today I don't feel that way, but oh Ishvara, please enlighten me regarding this. I don't know this at the moment, but grace me so much so that I come to know this. This is purifying. This purifies. And that is what happens with bhaktas. Karma yoga, understand, is nothing but bhakti. In Bhagavad Gita, when Bhagavan talks of karma yoga, right away person cannot become such a great bhakta. It's difficult. We may sit and resolve to take Ishvara's name. It's not easy. Next moment we will look everywhere. What is this fellow doing? What is this one doing? Boring it becomes. Not that easy. But to have all your mind totally to this, not an ordinary thing. So much is required. Not easy. So Bhagavan gave an easier method. What method? Karma yoga. It may be difficult for you to sit and practice bhakti, then don't do it. But in each and every action, bring Bhagavana and offer it to him. Daily small actions. So in between the verse came which we have not selected. Whatever we do, whatever we eat, whatever is done, but do it with the resolve. What? I offer it to Ishvara. I may be doing it for my spouse. I may be doing it for my child. I may be doing it for my company. But first, everything is Ishvara and I am offering it to him. So let each and every action become an offering. Don't just throw away actions like that. Action is a big tool, big wealth in our hands. It is this Karma Yoga means joining with Ishvara through actions. Joining with Ishvara. Today I require a support. Today I require a tool to remember Ishvara. Then let my actions themselves become an instrument by which I join with Ishvara. In which manner? I am cooking for Ishvara. Because Ishvara is everywhere. In the form of my family, in the form of my employer, in the form of my sister, everything. So whenever you do any action, let it be an offering. Let it be an offering. When you offer, you have an upper hand. And when I offer, I do it in the best way, because I'm giving it to Ishwara. I pour out my best, and in that I receive the grace, not an ordinary thing. In that orientation itself of offering, I receive grace. Grace means what? Swamiji will become very healthy, very wealthy. We will have name and fame. You may, you may not. But definitely one thing will happen. You will have a pure heart. You will be a good person. You will be happy with yourself. Happiness which you are seeking constantly from outside, contentment which you are constantly seeking from outside, that will come out from yourself. All this, do and experience. Do it and experience. Each action done with the sense of offering gives me happiness before it gives to others. Before it gives to others, it gives me happiness. When I love someone, I first experience that feeling. Is it right or not? When we love someone, our children, our spouse, our parents, when we that love, the feeling of love, that itself, is purifying. That fills me up. What else do you want? Every time we keep on asking, what about me? What about, hurry, forget this. What about me? In giving, you are getting. In giving itself, you are getting. Do we not experience that love when we give? When you are feeding your child, does the mother ever feel he is eating away everything? Doesn't leave anything for me. When the family sits, on Sundays and weekends and things like that, everybody is in great mood. And father and children and everybody are in competition. Who will eat more? Things like that. Enjoying. In that they finish away all the food. Will the mother feel, oh, what have they done? Nothing is left for me. Will a mother feel like that? She will be on the contrary very happy. And feed them more. Please take more. What I'm saying is a very subtle thing. Give and you get. Give, you are bound to get. Don't keep on counting all the time. What about me? What about me? I am being exploited. Hurry, give. Leave it to Ishwara. He will give it to you. In short, Bhagavan says that in that desire to change, in that resolve to change, he will get everything. He will be a changed person. That is why Bhagavan says, that is why. Bhagavan says, I am not hungry. What can you give me? The entire creation is mine. I have created it. What can you give? Just as, we go to the temple, and from the temple itself we pluck a flower and then offer it to him. Tera tujhko arpan. From the temple garden only, we are champions. We will pluck a flower and then offer. But Bhagavan accepts. Because any flower is his only. In fact, the flower itself is he. But still this act of giving, this act of offering is changing me, not him. He doesn't require. What does he require? But it is changing me. Do you see the change? And that is why we should do this. And in that process, grace comes. And understand, without grace, we cannot proceed in life. Grace is required. Grace means anugraha. Anugraha, grace. And that will bring about a change. And that comes with small, small acts of offering. Small acts of devotion. Lighting a lamp, cleaning that altar, offering one little milk, just one almond also. Just put one almond also, if nothing. Whatever is there at home. Shabari brought berries, and that too tasted berries. Bhagwan did not say, hey, why are you bringing this kind of things to me? He never said that. On the contrary, consume them. So what is he seeing? What is he seeing? Love, devotion. Bhakti priyo hi madhavaha. Madhava doesn't see anything. Madhava means any Ishvara. Ishvara doesn't see anything, how you look, how much you have, what is your language. People are sometimes very raw. They will just throw things. But if that's what they know. They may do it that way. Okay, fine. But giving. Bhakti priyo hi madhava. Madhava just loves that, yes, my child is coming to me. And then he gives the best, what? Knowledge. Knowledge of oneness. Don't think it will just come by your thinking. You require grace. In anything, grace is required. So, lastly, Bhagavan says, come on. Manmana bhava mad bhaktaha madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishyasi yuktvaivam atmanam matparayanaha. So therefore, Bhagavan says at the end, this verse comes again in 18th chapter with little difference. And here he gives the promise that my bhakta never comes to a bad lot. Name bhaktaha pranashyati. He will never be destroyed. His lot will, he's like, bhakti is like an escalator, you know. Once you are on it, you don't have to make any effort. It will take you. Similarly, here also, in the end he says, so Arjuna, he says, Manmana bhava, may you be one whose mind is given to me. Manmana bhava, mad bhaktaha bhava, be my devotee. The Bhagavan is not crazy after devotees, but that is going to help you. Mad bhakta, mad yaji. Mad yaji means whatever you do, whatever rituals, whatever little puja, whatever stotra part, whatever japa that you are doing, do it for me, not for small desires. Give me promotion and give me. Okay, fine, then you will get that. If you want promotion, you will get promotion. Nothing wrong with that. But you will be missing this. You will be missing this. So, Madhyaji and Mam Namaskuru, be humble. Be humble to me. What will happen? Mam eva aishyasi yuktva evam. Evam yuktva. When you are prepared this way, this bhakti is slowly but surely bringing about a change in my mind. This mind needs to change. And that is happening. That is happening. And when you are prepared like this, what will happen? Mam eva eshyasi. You are totally given to me. Then what will happen? You will reach me. Reach me in which sense? You will go to Vaikuntha. If you want that, you will go there. But reach me, which means you will know that I am right here. I am your very Atma. Then there is no distance at all. No distance in time, place, conditions between me and Ishvara. I am one. We are one. In fact, the one who was creating the difference and the distance is gone. Who was creating the distance? Ego. Ahankara. Ahankara was trying to take the place of... Truth is Ishvara. Atma, Brahman, Chaitanya. But that was usurped by whom? Ego. Ego is not a reality. In reality, what is there is Brahman. In reality, what is there is Atma, Satchidananda. But that place is taken up by ego. What is ego? Nothing but Atma or Brahman identifying with the body and thinking himself to be the body. This is ego. But that goes away in the wake of knowledge. And Jiva and Ishvara, Jiva now doesn't remain. What was not there doesn't remain. And what remains is nothing but truth. Nothing but truth. So this will happen. This journey will begin moment you are with Ishvara. Moment you give entry to Ishvara in life. Not for small desires. That is also fine. You can have it. But then that much you will have. But if you love Ishvara for the sake of Ishvara, then what will you get? You will be receiving this. You will be seeing the oneness that exists. So with this, the chapter is concluding. This is the last verse of chapter 9, where he concluded by singing the glory of devotion. Not because he wants it, but because that is where your advantage, that is where you will be changing. That is where your kalyanam lies. That is why. So, we'll conclude with this. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Om Tat Sat. So this is how we tried to do selected verses of chapter 9. I enjoyed doing with you all. Thank you. So now we shall be having Guru Dakshina program. So I think